Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Maryam and I hope everyone's staying safe and healthy. In today's video, we're going to be creating a layout and I'm going to be working with a beautiful Courageous You stamp set that you can see here on the screen. This 6x8 stamp set is part of the new July 2020 release and it features a huge floral outline image, great for coloring techniques, and also 12 inspiring sentiments. There is also a coordinating die set available, which I don't have right now, but I put an image here on the screen so you guys can see it. In addition, this time we also have a super fun coloring stencil. This stencil will provide a base for adding color to the images in the stamp set and will help you make your coloring process much easier and faster. Alright, let's get started. So I went ahead and gold heat embossed the floral image from the stamp set onto watercolor paper. This is the 9x12 inches paper pad from Altenew, which comes with 12 sheets and it is cold pressed paper, so it has a slight texture. I didn't show the embossing part here because I've shared it in previous videos, but as usual, I use the Altenew embossing ink to stamp the images, then I sprinkle some antique gold embossing powder and use my heat gun to melt the powder. Now to color the images, I'm going to be using the brand new mixed media inks from Altenew. These new inks are water-based pigment inks. They have a different formulation than the previous dye inks, but they do come in 8 existing colors from the Altenew color family. They are incredibly versatile and can be used on lots of porous surfaces such as paper, fabric, wood, and more. Also, once heat set with a heat gun or iron, they become permanent. The cool thing about these inks is that since they are water-based, you can also use them for coloring too, which is super fun. So we're going to need some water and a couple of brushes and we are ready to start coloring. Coloring heat embossed images is one of the easiest ways to start practicing your watercoloring skills because the raised lines of the heat embossing define the edges of the image, creating little wells or walls to contain the paint, making the job much easier. To color my flowers, I started by adding a soft layer of frosted pink onto the first flower. Then I came back, used the same color, but now adding more pigment and less water to create a darker impression. Then, using the ruby red ink, I came back again and added an even darker layer. For the second or bottom flower, I will repeat the same steps as the previous one, but this time I'll use coral berry for the first layer, and then for the second one, I'll use grapevine. I don't like to worry much about the shadows or highlights while I'm coloring, so I just simply add a darker tone in a specific part of the image, like the center of the flower, for example, or where two petals overlap each other to create some sort of a depth effect. For the leaf, I will repeat the same process once again, but this time I'll use 3 colors instead of just 2, which are frayed leaf, forest glades, and evergreen. Okay, now I'm going to leave you guys with some music, and I'll be back soon. Alright, now that the coloring part is done, I'm going to take my fine tip scissors and fussy cut around the image without leaving a white border around. This process takes a little bit of time since it is an intricate image, but it is totally worth it. By the way, if you have the coordinating die set, you can use it for this part if you want to. Now it is time to put together our layout. First step, we are going to glue together this pattern paper from the Celebrate collection with this white sheet of cardstock. The pattern paper was originally a 12 by 12 inches sheet, but I decided to trim it at 8.5 by 11 inches since that is the size that I usually use in all my pages. Then the white sheet of cardstock, it's like a quarter smaller, and this is because I wanted to have a small border of pattern paper around the page. Here we have the floral image that we've just painted, and I have added some foam squares in the back so I can adhere it to my page later on. Next up are some leaves that I heat embossed out of camera onto vellum paper from the same floral image. Following up, I have some extra leaves from the Celebrate Ephemera pack, and then here we have my photo, title, and journaling as well. What I'm going to do now is to adhere all the elements I showed earlier in place using double-sided tape and foam adhesive for some other elements like my photo, for example, just to give a little bit of more dimension to the page. Next, to finish up my layout, I will add some sequins and enamel dots, and that is going to be it for today. Before this video ends, I wanted to mention that I have 2 more ideas using the Courageous Use stamp set over at the Altenew Mixed Media blog. So make sure to visit the blog post to get even more inspiration, and as always, the link is down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below and I'll be happy to help you as soon as I can. Also be sure to hit the subscribe button down below and ring the little bell so you don't miss any new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!